Headlines, we escaped that sub-zero morning for most locations, exceptions up to the far north. We are in for a milder day. Plenty of clouds out there and just a few stray flakes or flurries. Otherwise, a pretty quiet weather pattern is set to continue for the days to come. Temperatures are mostly in the mid-range 20s all across our corner of the state, but we've got an 18 up to the far north in Iron Mountain. We also have some 30s back to the southwest, and further downstream you can see some 40s and even some 50s across portions of central and western Iowa. But again, here closer to home over the last 3 hours, plenty of cloud cover has filled in. And even though we have a little bit of this flurry activity popping up, not a lot of it reaching the surface, but you may have a few flurries here yet over the next hour or so, again, before that shifts eastward over the lake. And as we travel to the east, the New England area is still dealing with plenty of snow here, especially throughout the state of Maine. That eventually will be winding down as it shifts off into the Atlantic. Our other surface features do include an area of high pressure just down to the south. We're getting kind of that wraparound flow, so a south to southwest wind is pumping in the milder air mass today. We also have a warm front that is sitting back across the plains, and while it will be trying to move into the state, it is going to be a slow go before that crosses over the area. In fact, as it does so later tomorrow, that's when we could see a few additional flurries or maybe some sprinkles. Let me show you more evidence of that warm front. You can see the warmer temperatures back to the west. Again, we have 24 here in Green Bay, 39 in the Twin Cities, and then look at the 50s and the 60s back across portions of the plains. Again, all of this trying to inch into the viewing area. Most of us today will be in the mid-range 30s, but then by tomorrow we should be back into the 40s. So let's check things out now with Pinpoint Predictor, and we'll start you off with those afternoon high temperatures, which again mostly staying in the mid part of the 30s. Only exceptions, those warmer spots west of the valley. They may get up to that 40-degree mark today. And as we continue on, again, things are relatively quiet. We may even see just a few peaks of sunshine before sunset, but again, the clouds really winning over here for the rest of the afternoon. Clouds hanging around through the overnight. I think we'll call it times of overcast conditions. That's great news. That keeps temperatures more stable, and we're not expecting those temperatures really to drop off much at all. Then as we get you into Friday, again, a mix of sun and clouds. That warm front approaches. Could have maybe just a sprinkle or a flurry. Again, nothing terribly active here, taking you through the rest of Friday evening, already drying out, and then into the start of our weekend. Conditions look dry both days, but also a little bit colder. So your forecast for today, plenty of clouds. Again, maybe those stray flakes out there. Otherwise, a little bit of sunshine working in at times later on this afternoon. Mid-range 30s with that south-southwest wind, 7 to 17 miles per hour. Tonight, times of overcast, but look at those overnight lows, steady right around that freezing mark, so a very mild night in contrast to last night. And then into your last work week day, partly sunny, breezy. Again, that sprinkle or flurry possible. Temperatures in the 40s. Next couple of days, again, a sprinkle or a flurry, not out of the question, but no big deal. 42 there, overnight low, 21 degrees. A little bit on the breezy side Friday night into early Saturday, ushering in a colder day, so back down to around 30 degrees. Those overnight lows dip back into the single digits. Then we have plenty of sunshine again for your second weekend day. And then as we get into our next work week, we will have just a few chances for a little bit of light snow on Monday, probably the best chance there. A few additional flurries possible on your Tuesday, but nothing that looks to be any real significant system at this point. And notice as we get into next week, those temperatures, they hover around 40 degrees, overnight lows in the 20s. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of those double digits for the lows, more of those 40s, or at least close to that here coming through the stretch. Could it be spring?
Could it be
starting to hang around a little longer?
The turning point. 3 days of near 40 next week sounds good. We'll hold you to that, of course.